What's up guys? Welcome to this week's MurfsWorld. If you love films and TV shows, you've come to the right place because every week I'm here to review the new release on Netflix, Amazon and Sky. Thanks everybody last week for your lovely comments, guys. Thank you so much. Roman, I will be reviewing that series on the next episode. Thank you very much for that one. Nick, as always, thank you for your comments every week. Really appreciate that, mate. As if as well, welcome back, mate. This week is a sad week for me because we're going to be moving house, and that means that the studio will be moved as well. So it's going to be the last episode filmed in the MurfsWorld studio after a year. So I'm a bit sad about that. And that also means that next week there will not be a MurfsWorld. The first time in 38 weeks that I will not be putting an episode out. But don't worry, the week after I'll come back with some extra goodies just for you guys. And don't forget, tomorrow is our big quiz. So make sure you get over to Facebook, join the MurfsWorld group and take part in the fun quiz this Bank Holiday Friday. That's all the news for this week, guys. So without further ado, let's see what I've been watching this week. Men in Black International on Sky Cinema. Men in Black International is the fourth Men in Black film. The first film was by far the best movie with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones.
Sugar, water, more.
And now they've kind of rebooted it with Men in Black International, which doesn't have Will Smith or Tommy Lee Jones in it anymore. Instead, it's starring Chris Hemsworth, as you'll know, as Thor, and also the actress who played Valkyrie alongside Thor is also playing a kind of new agent. Now, Men in Black films are generally pretty funny, family friendly. This one is sort of most of those things, but it's not great. It feels like the CGI effects weren't really finished. Like on the older ones, you know, the characters were really memorable, things like that. This one, they weren't really. The guy who played Face Jacker, he popped up with kind of a bit of a kooky character, but it's just really bad CGI. So I was quite disappointed in that. Also, it kind of goes with the modern theme of, you know, kind of making a series of films that's predominantly about men, such as Ghostbusters, and then flipping it into kind of a female perspective. There are plenty of comments and jokes about sexism, how men are sexist, things like that. The acting in the film was so-so as well. A lot of the jokes is kind of like they've cut a scene and the person's obviously ad-libbing. The story is very simple, as you would expect. Basically, you've got an agent and then you've got a new agent, a girl growing up who's always wanted to be a Men in Black agent. She found an alien when she was a kid, and it's about her being kind of a rookie agent alongside Chris Hemsworth, and there's something going on that ain't quite right. You know, maybe there's a mole inside the Men in Black. Overall, it was a watchable little affair, pretty easy going, nothing too spectacular. I enjoyed it enough to review it. So overall, not a bad little watch. If you're a fan of the franchise, you'll probably enjoy this one, but it doesn't come anywhere near the first one, but I did watch that when I was a little kid. So Men in Black International is now on Sky Cinema. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Tully on Netflix. Tully is a movie starring Charlize Theron, and it's kind of a warm drama comedy. It's a very unique movie. The director of this directed the movie Juno, and it won loads of awards, and it was a really successful movie. A little fact about the director as well, his dad actually directed the first two Ghostbusters movies, and he is directing the new one coming out next summer, which looks excellent. And I'm really looking forward to that even more after watching this. Tully follows a mother who's got 2 or 3 kids already, and then she's pregnant again. She's about 40 years old, and it's about her dealing with a kind of mundane life and, you know, sort of the pressures of having all these kids, trying to be a mother. She's not a single mother, but obviously the dad's working, things like that. It gives a real good insight. So if you're sort of a mother at home working really hard, or a single mother, something like that, I think you'll really appreciate this one. And if you're a guy and you've got a sort of, you know, a mother to a child or anything like that, you know, I think it'd give you a lot more respect for them if you don't already, which you should have. There's some really nice laughs in it, and there's also some real tear-jerking moments as well. There's a lot of emotion in this movie, and I've just really found it excellent actually. But overall, a real little gem again. I was really surprised on how much I enjoyed this movie. I wasn't expecting a lot. Probably overall about 7 out of 10. But if you're into indie movies like myself and you did enjoy something like Juno, then I think you will enjoy this one. Charlize Theron is a brilliant actress who can play all different roles. Even in this, she sort of, I don't know whether she's put on weight for the role, sort of playing a mother who's just given birth, or whether she actually in real life had a baby and then sort of kept it on for that. But it's a really great movie, and I was really happy with it. So if you're starting something to watch, I want something a little bit different with a little bit of an upbeat tone, but also a lot of drama, this one is for you. So check that one out, let me know what you guys think. Knives Out on Amazon Prime rental. Usually I don't do rentals, but this week I didn't watch as much as I normally did, just with everything going on with moving, etc. But I did decide to rent this one because it was on offer on Amazon for $2.99, and I thought, you know what, all the family were a bit sort of getting stuck for something to watch, you know, to fancy something a bit different. Knives Out is a kind of whodunit, kind of think something like Cluedo, you know, kind of whodunit, kind of murder mystery. The story follows a writer who's a murder mystery writer, and he's found committed suicide in his study, but then a detective turns up, played by Daniel Craig, who does a brilliant sort of deep South American kind of accent, and he's kind of an olden day kind of sleuth. If you like TV series like something like Columbo, this is kind of a modern take on something like that. It's really, really fun. It's really, really interesting. It's very, very different. The way they structured this, you kind of actually find out kind of early doors, almost a twist, but then there are obviously several more twists, and it's just really, really clever. It keeps you gripped throughout. It's quite a long film, just over 2 hours, but throughout the whole film, you're kind of wondering, oh, that's weird. You know, all these little bits of information start coming to light, and it's a really, really interesting family dynamic. There's some funny moments in it as well. You know, I did laugh quite a few times throughout this movie. If you're put off at first, like I was, I thought, oh, is this going to be a bit of a boring, old-fashioned kind of murder mystery? It's not. It's a really good modern take on it, and I was really, really impressed with how enjoyable this movie was. So if you guys are after something a little bit different, a bit of comedy, a bit of guessing throughout, this one is for you. It's a little long. That was my only negative of it. It's a little bit longer than I thought it would be. So let me know what you guys think. If you do rent that one, obviously it will be coming to a streaming service soon. Just want to get on out there while I remember. Night Hunter on Netflix. Night Hunter is a thriller movie, I would class it as, and it has Ben Kingsley in it. It's also got the lady who was in Baywatch, Alice someone maybe, and you've also got Henry Cavill, who is obviously best known as playing Superman. Film begins with a girl kind of running who's obviously been kept in captivity. Something's not right, and then you see a guy sort of approaching her, and then I won't give anything more away about the opening scene, but basically it's a thriller slash horror. And then the story is about the cops kind of trying to find these missing girls. You know, there's sort of several missing girls, bodies turn up, things like that. So you've got these two cops who are trying to solve this case, and you've got Ben Kingsley. His character is kind of a vigilante who's going around hunting down sort of pedophiles and putting them to justice. I wouldn't worry too much about that. Cut off your balls. I tell you what, it's really, really gripping. As soon as you sort of see the opening sort of first 10 minutes, it had me. This film ain't the best quality. It's not the best acted in parts, and it's not the best edited, but it doesn't look like it has a massive budget either. Although the story gripped me throughout, and I really, really did enjoy this one. I don't think this movie would have quite cut it as a cinema film, but as a Netflix release, it's really, really good, and it's one of their better ones that I've seen of late. It was trending, and I can see why. Really, really enjoyable. I recommend this to a few people already. They've watched it and told me they really enjoyed it. So if you guys are after a good little thriller, this one is really, really good. It's got some real dark moments. You know, some bits in it a bit silly or whatever, you know, let it go, it's a movie. But overall, a really enjoyable one, a kind of thriller, kind of crime film. Really, really good. So check that one out and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Miracle in Cell number 7 on Netflix. This movie is a Turkish movie. We watched it with subtitles, so I'm not sure if you can get the dub version or not. So if you don't like reading during your films, then move to the next review, because obviously you won't be watching this one. However, I would like to say this film is amazing, and it is really, really worth the watch. If you like crying during movies, this one's definitely for you. The story follows a man who has some mental disability, and he's got a daughter and sort of family, things like that. And he's sent to prison, blamed for the murder of a general's daughter. And obviously he's innocent, but he's put in prison anyway. Don't want to give too much more away, because obviously there's so many little twists and turns throughout this movie. All I say is it is an emotional roller coaster. Honestly, this film has got so many heartwarming moments, and it's got some real devastating moments as well. It's kind of hard to watch, but also hard to take your eyes off it. Overall, a really, really brilliant little gem on Netflix, and it is worth the subtitles for the people who don't watch subtitles. Honestly, you're missing out on a lot of cinema if you don't watch subtitle films, I tell you that, because there are some great ones out there, and this was a real great surprise to me. So overall, a brilliant drama. It's a real tearjerker, so if you fancy snuggling up, watching something, you know, that's going to make those little tear ducts work overtime, then check this one out, because it is excellent, absolutely brilliant. Weirdly enough, on IMDb it doesn't even have a rating, so I thought that was a bit weird. I don't know why. So if anyone can answer that, please let me know in the comments below. But check that one out, guys. I'd love to know what you guys think. That's all we've got time for this week, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope that you found something good to watch and found this video useful. If you did, please hit the thumbs up icon, the like button, and also leave a comment, and make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. If you want as well, you can hit the notifications button, which means as soon as I upload a new episode, you'll be the first to see it. As I said earlier in the video, there will not be a MurfsWorld episode next week, but the week after I will be back and service will resume as normal. So I'm going to come back in 2 weeks' time with 2 weeks worth of reviews, so it will be a good episode, so make sure you come back. And don't forget the quiz tomorrow night, guys. It's going to be a big one. It's probably going to be the last quiz I do during lockdown, so make sure you tell everybody, bring your family, bring your friends. Let's make this a massive, massive quiz. It's going to be so much fun. So I will see you guys the Thursday after next. Have a great couple of weeks, and I look forward to seeing you all when I'm back. Thank you very much. Take care.